Hello friends. In this video we are going to talk about the famous mathematician, SubrahManyan Chandrasekhar. If you want to learn English, please watch till the end. If you have any doubts, let me know in the comments. SubrahManyan Chandrasekhar was a renowned Indian scientist who helped people understand how stars live and die. He became one of the most respected figures in modern astronomy. He was born on October 19, 1910, in Lahore, which was part of British India at the time. Today, Lahore is in Pakistan. Chandrasekhar grew up in a family that valued education and knowledge. His parents encouraged him to read, learn, and ask questions. As a child, he loved mathematics and science. He was curious about how the universe worked and wanted to understand its hidden principles. His uncle was the famous scientist C.V. Raman. Raman later won the Nobel Prize in Physics and became an inspiration to Chandrasekhar. At school, Chandrasekhar was diligent and focused. He spent many hours studying difficult problems and improving his skills. He later attended Presidency College in Madras, now called Chennai. There, he studied physics and developed a deep interest in stars. During this time, astronomy was changing rapidly. Scientists were making remarkable discoveries about space and the nature of the universe. Chandrasekhar became fascinated by white dwarfs, which are small but extremely dense stars. He wanted to know what would happen if a white dwarf became too massive. In 1930, he traveled from India to England to study at Cambridge University. The long sea voyage would become one of the most important journeys of his life. While many passengers relaxed during the trip, Chandrasekhar spent much of his time working on mathematical calculations. He carried notebooks and scientific papers with him. Using mathematics, quantum physics, and Einstein's ideas, he studied how matter behaves inside dense stars. His calculations led to an extraordinary conclusion. He discovered that a white dwarf could only remain stable up to a certain mass. If it became too heavy, gravity would force it to collapse further. This idea was revolutionary. It suggested that some stars could become even stranger objects after they died. Today, scientists call this limit the Chandrasekhar limit. It is about 1.4 times the mass of the Sun. The discovery was profound because it helped explain the future of many stars. It also became an important foundation for later studies of neutron stars and black holes. After arriving at Cambridge, Chandrasekhar continued refining his work. He carefully checked every equation and every assumption. Many scientists were impressed by his research. However, not everyone agreed with his conclusions. One of the most influential astronomers of the time was Sir Arthur Eddington. Eddington was a distinguished scientist with a powerful reputation. When Eddington heard about Chandrasekhar's ideas, he strongly disagreed with them. He believed nature would prevent stars from collapsing in that way. The disagreement became public in 1935 at a meeting of the Royal Astronomical Society. Eddington openly criticized Chandrasekhar's work. For a young scientist, this was discouraging. Many people might have abandoned their research after such criticism. Chandrasekhar chose a different path. He remained confident in the mathematics and trusted the evidence. He believed that science should be guided by facts rather than authority. Even famous scientists could make mistakes. A few years later, Chandrasekhar moved to the United States. He joined the University of Chicago and began a new chapter in his career. The university became his academic home for many decades. There, he carried out extensive research and taught future scientists. Chandrasekhar studied many subjects during his career. He explored stellar structure, fluid motion, radiation, gravity, and black holes. His work was precise, elegant, and analytical. Other researchers admired his discipline and dedication. He also wrote influential books that helped explain difficult scientific ideas. These books became valuable resources for students and scientists. As the years passed, new discoveries began supporting his original theory. Astronomers found neutron stars and gathered evidence for black holes. These discoveries matched the predictions made by Chandrasekhar's calculations. Gradually, the scientific community recognized the importance of his work. The idea that once faced criticism became a fundamental part of astrophysics. His early research had been correct. In 1983, Chandrasekhar received the Nobel Prize in Physics. The award honored his pioneering studies of the structure and evolution of stars. The Nobel Prize was an important milestone. It recognized more than 50 years of exceptional scientific achievement. Even after receiving the prize, Chandrasekhar continued working. His enthusiasm for science never faded. He believed that science contained both truth and beauty. He often spoke about the elegance found in great theories and equations. Students remembered him as demanding but inspiring. He encouraged careful thinking, integrity, and excellence. Throughout his life, Chandrasekhar remained humble despite his success. He cared more about understanding the universe than gaining fame. On August 21, 1995, he passed away at the age of 84. His death marked the end of a remarkable career. Yet his legacy continues today. Scientists around the world still use the Chandrasekhar limit when studying stars. His discoveries help researchers understand supernovae, neutron stars, and black holes. They remain essential to modern astronomy. Chandrasekhar's story teaches many valuable lessons. It shows the importance of curiosity, perseverance, and courage. It reminds us that new ideas may face opposition before they are accepted. It also shows that evidence and reason are stronger than reputation. A young student from India used mathematics to answer questions about the stars. His work transformed humanity's understanding of the universe. Today, his name remains associated with one of the most important discoveries in astronomy. SubrahManyan Chandrasekhar proved that patience, knowledge, and determination can lead to extraordinary achievements. Friends, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please like, subscribe, and leave a comment. I will see you all next time.